Good evening, everybody. My name is Daniel McQuarrie. I'm the director and producer here at BCSN. We are here ready to welcome Coach Justin Haddix to the Big Rebel Nation. We will be going live in just a few minutes. It's just getting started. Everybody's starting to roll in here, so we'll be happy to see everybody once it gets started. Thanks.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, I'm gonna put it in the helmet, so it will be. You might have to turn it up and down, and hopefully it will catch everything. So we'll put Coach Haddix right here.
Sit down. Sit up here. Am I supposed to sit up here?
Yes, you're supposed to sit up here. You're the real deal. Get your speech ready? Oh, yeah, I got it. Wrote it while I was sitting down over there.
Good evening. Welcome to a special night of Boyle County football. My name is Kyle Wynn. I'm the athletic director here at Boyle County High School. And tonight we are extremely excited to welcome Coach Justin Haddix and his family into our Rebel family. Before we get started, I'll give you a rundown of tonight's kind of the overview of what we'll go through. First, Principal Mark Wade will officially introduce Coach. After that, we'll give Coach Haddix some time to say a few words and address the crowd. Once that's done, we'd like to open it up to the media for any questions that they may have. And then upon the media questions, we will kind of move into the meet and greet portion of this evening. We will allow the media to do any interviews of Coach that they may have at that time. There's good refreshments over here, desserts and drinks to take in those. And once the media is done, then we ask that all the players, families, supporters that are here this evening to try and take some time, see Coach, introduce yourself, and get to know each other tonight. So, again, thank you all for being here. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Principal Mark Wade for the official introduction.
Thank you, Mr. Wynn. Well, the Big Rebel Nation is pleased to welcome Coach Justin Haddix, his wife, Dr. Melissa Haddix, and his 3 children, JC, who is 8, JC, everybody wave, Jenna, 6 years old, and J. Cole, who is 2. All right. This has been an incredible process, a very thorough process, and we are confident in the committee selection of our coach. Thank you to the hiring committee, Kyle Wynn, Bobby Lefew, Andy Smith, and Tim McDaniel. And thank you to the Boyle County Board of Education and Superintendent LaFavors for supporting opportunities for students. So thank you. Well, Coach Haddix is a winner, and we are, as Rebels, we are accustomed to winners. Coach Haddix was the quarterback at Breathitt County when he was in high school. He led them to a season 15-0 and to the state champions your senior year. At WKU Western, there were 9 quarterbacks when he arrived, and he outworked and outlasted them all. He led Corbin to back-to-back state championship game appearances, and Coach Haddix is a winner, and he loves students. You know, the day of the decision, we agreed upon an hour that we would get the final confirmation. And about an hour before that, so at 2 o'clock, I start getting a little nervous and just antsy. And I'm looking at my phone. And we were at my in-laws. And as time drew closer to 3 o'clock, we got in the car with my family and we drove toward home. And 3 o'clock hit, and I'm like, it's killing me. And then a little after 3 came, and my phone rang. And it says, Coach Haddix. I'm like, yeah. All right, here we go. And I answered the phone, and Coach Haddix said, I got something for you. And then the phone went silent. I'm like, what? And I hear the phone shuffle around just a little bit, and I hear just muffling of 1, 2, 3. And in the background, I hear his kids say, Go Rebels! Coach, welcome to Boyle County.
Thank you.
First of all, I just want to thank my wife. I want to thank her. She always pushes me to get where I've got to go. And sometimes we talk about being in our comfort zone and you're comfortable and these things are there. And she's always been that person that pushes me. She strives me to be better. And, that's my whole family. As you can see, they're all here supporting me. And, they're all going to be here every Friday night. And they love their T-shirts, as you can see. They make their custom shirts and do all these things. But this is one of the top jobs in the state. This is something I remember, growing up. And I had teammates, Brad Cloud at Western Kentucky, Brandon Smith. And we would always talk about it. Everybody wanted to say their high school was the best. Well, when Brad Cloud pulled out his hand and he had 4 rings on it, that made his was the best. So that's where we went. And, so those guys reached out to me, and that made it, what it was. And I'm talking to my wife, and she said, Justin, it's Titletown. You got to go do it. This is where you want to be. And it's a special place. I know that. I can see that tonight. I came up the other morning, and I saw Coach Hester. I cleaned out my office at Corbin. I'm going to work, and it was kind of, I didn't have a team. I didn't feel like I had a team. And I got up, I said, I'm leaving at 5:45, and I'm going to go watch them. I'm going to go watch them work out that morning. I didn't tell anybody. I called Coach Hester when I got in the parking lot. I said, where do I go to? I was sitting in the bus, so I guess where the buses pull in. Come around here to the side, Coach. Come around here to the side and get in. Travis was there. Coach Hester was there. I got to go in and meet the team and see them work out. And that was something that was special. That just reaffirmed, I said, I'm in the right spot. This is where I want to be. And, we're going to continue to work. We're going to do those things, and it's a competition. Everything you got to do is compete. I said, here you've got 8 state titles. Coach Smith won 6. A lot of people may, why do you want to follow this guy? You don't want to follow this guy. Coach Smith's a great coach, and I know that. And, but me being a competitor, that's a challenge, to me. And I hope our kids, we're all going to compete to a challenge every day. And, it's here. We want to win state championships here. And that's what we're going to push you to every day in practice, every day in the weight room, and everything that we do. That's what it's all about. That's what drives me, being a competitor in anything. And I said, if it's ping pong, checkers, whatever we're doing, I'm going to try to win. And anything that we're going to do, we're going to compete and try to win. But I'm very blessed to be here, humbled to be here, and looking forward to many, many years here. And thank you all very much for coming out.
Thank you, Coach. At this time, I'd like to open the floor to any media who might have any questions.
I've always kept up with them. That was something. I came up to a game last year. I came to watch the Cal game, and And I don't think Cal had watched any film on him because they didn't know who Reese Smith was. Reese Smith had a big night that night. But, it really, just coming to watch and seeing the atmosphere and seeing everything, I know the team. I said for the last week or so, I've been watching some film on them, just looking and seeing the kids and seeing what they are and looking forward to working with them. Nice ground. Yeah. Anything else?
All right, if there's no other questions, this time we try to open up the meet and greet portion, kind of the mingling portion of this evening. We would like to allow the media to ask Coach any questions they may have or need to, so they can kind of get on their way. I know they got busy schedules. At that time, the refreshments would be a good portion to go to while the media is doing that. And then once that's done, all the players, parents, supporters here there this evening, take that time to get with Coach and his family. Introduce yourself. We want to get as many people in front of him tonight as we can and start to learn those names and faces. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight, and we'll get with Coach here in just a second. Thank you.
I know one thing. Y'all look fantastic.
Slim it.
Alrighty, folks. Of course, you just saw Coach Justin Haddix give a quick introduction there. Right now, we're going to have two players come up here to the table. We're going to give them a quick interview. We've got Coleman Clark and Will McDaniel, and hopefully we'll be right back with BCSN. Alrighty, folks, I'm here with Will McDaniel and Coleman Clark. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Alrighty, so we just saw Justin Haddix, Corbin's head coach, just come here to Boyle County. How's everybody feeling on the team?
I think we feel pretty good about him. We're hopeful for a new start, and we all like him, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, ready to get started, go to work with him. We're all looking forward to it. He's a great coach. We've heard a lot about him. Ready to get going.
All right, so you guys were probably here the other morning when he watched you work out. How did it feel to have a different coach in the locker room?
Definitely felt different. I mean, we've had Coach Smith since we were in 5th grade. He's always been the high school coach, so this is something that doesn't happen very often to have a brand new head coach. It's pretty interesting to have.
Coleman?
Yeah, new face. Like I said, ready to get to work with him. Yeah, it's definitely different seeing him than seeing Coach Smith. But he's a great guy. Got to meet him. Everybody got to talk to him a little bit. Looking forward to getting to know him.
All right, so I'm sure you have watched plenty of Corbin film over the years. You've seen his coaching style. You've seen how he runs plays. How do you think that's going to impact the way you guys have been doing it for a while?
I think it's pretty similar to what we've done the past couple of years, and I think it will it'd be a good start. He'll have a new playbook that we'll have to learn, different than Coach Pardue, but we're up for a challenge.
Yeah, like Will said, new offense. It's going to be a challenge to learn, but it is what it is, and I'm sure we'll all pick it up real easy. Like Will said, it's similar, so ready to get rolling.
All right, so your message to Coach Haddix and his family, welcome him to Boyle.
Let's get to work.
Yeah, let's get it done.
You know, welcome to Titletown, right?
Welcome to Titletown.
All righty, folks, I've been here with Coleman Clark and Will McDaniel. We'll be right back. I'll help.
All right, I'm here with Coach Lefew and Coach Cox. Coach Lefew and both coaches, how do you feel about the new head coach stepping in, and how do you feel the team's going to rally around him?
I think, to look at his success that he's had through his playing career at Breathitt County, then going to Western Kentucky, and not only that, but his career as a coach so far at Perry County Central and Corbin. I mean, he's established himself, and somewhere in the 64-18 record there at Corbin, and just unbelievable to see that. But the biggest thing is the way that he's already came in and addressed the kids, saw the kids, he showed up at a morning workout with them, and then being able to see that, hey, he's here, he's not just a name, but he's a face too.
Absolutely, really excited about it. He's already jumped in, and like Coach Lefew said, got to meet the kids and everything like that. And, it's funny, Coach Haddix and I actually graduated high school the same year. So, my senior year, we were fortunate enough to win a state championship bowl. He was winning at Breathitt County. Okay, so I've heard the name Justin Haddix for a long time, and we're excited to have him in Big Rebel Nation.
So, coaches, do you think he's going to change anything or keep the offense the same, or will he?
I think it's something for us all to see, to figure out. But I think the biggest thing is that he's established himself. He's going to come in here. He's an offensive-minded guy, head coach. So there'll be some tweaks in the offense and some things he'll do. But at the same time, he understands and has already talked to the team and the guys about the foundation being here. So therefore, he's going to put his stamp on it. It's going to be great to have that, a great change, and ready to get after it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, tradition of excellence and tradition of winning, I think that's something, Justin Haddix has had in common with the Bull County program for a long time. So we're really excited about that.
All right, coaches, that's all I got for you. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Hunter.
All right, everybody, stick with us. We'll be with Coach Haddix here in just a few minutes. We've had, some pretty good coaches, some pretty good players, and hopefully we're going to bring you the new head coach of Boyle County High School. Give us just a few moments, and we'll be right with you. All righty, folks. I'm here with Derek Brightwell. He's the Advocate Messenger sports writer. Okay, over the past year, you've got the chance to cover Boyle County High School in the football. We've seen him do a pretty darn good streak of playing some football. Got to the state championship. Unfortunately, we didn't make it there. Didn't get a win out of there. But you've seen the retirement of Chuck Smith. A huge leader in Boyle County football. Seeing Coach Haddix come from Corbin. How do you feel this Boyle County football team is going to do next year at not only the regional and the state level?
Well, it's tough not only just to replace the legend that was Chuck Smith, but also you're losing Reese Smith, you're losing Reed Lanter, you're losing a whole host of seniors. So that transition is going to be a little bit more tough than I think it would be in any other situation. But I think with Coach Haddix, they got a really good guy. He's had success. He's beaten Boyle County in the state tournament before. And they've got a good group of guys coming back next year. So I think that I don't think they're going to miss a beat. I think it's going to be same old. Boyle County just kind of runs through the region.
Not only that, he's got a great coaching staff that he has to work with as well. You got Travis Lefew, you've got Coach Hester. I mean, you've got all these people that are vital to the coaching staff, and then you add him. It's just like a perfect mixture.
When Coach Smith retired, there was a lot of talk like, well, they've got 5 ex-head coaches on the coaching staff. Maybe it's going to be one of those.
Yeah.
So to bring in another head coach that's had success at the state level to this coaching staff that's, been there, done that, had a lot of success, won state championships with Coach Smith, I think, it's still the best coaching staff in the state, and it's still one of the top 10 teams in the state, in my opinion.
All right, couldn't agree with you more there. What do you have to say to Coach Haddix, welcome him to the Big Rebel Nation?
It's special. It's this last year I got welcomed to it.
And we're happy that you're here. We've here at BCSN, Derek has been a local person up in our booth every Friday night when we broadcast, so it's enjoyed having him here tonight as well.
It is a unique atmosphere on Friday nights, and not just on Friday nights. Before the season starts with the Meet the Rebels, just every single time there's a football function, no matter if it's a game, a practice, the Thanksgiving Day practice they have. It is a special program that it's been my honor to get to cover for even just a season, and now to cover this new transition. It's going to be, he got to see a little bit of it here with this welcome. I mean, he said that he was talking to Larry Vaught, and he said that the welcome to Boyle County was a lot bigger than the one he got when he went to Corbin 6 years ago.
We care about who is here. We take care of them, and you've seen that. I mean, Boyle takes care of its own.
Oh, for sure.
And we're happy to have him here. I'm sure you're going to be happy. You're going to be writing about him next year coming up, and hopefully you're right for a state championship.
That's the hope, at least. It makes my job a lot easier when the football's good on a Friday night, and it couldn't have been an easier job last year.
I mean, you had Reese Smith, you got Reed Leonard this year, but you've got a lot of good up-and-coming seniors. You've got Will McDaniel. You've got, just a packed class. I mean, not as much as we had this year, but there's enough on the team, enough talent on this team to carry him through again. I mean, upcoming freshmen, you've got a full-on Tommy Ziesmer. He is just a talented individual. I mean,
led the team in socks last year, playing only half the season.
I mean, he's a talented individual, and multiple colleges are interested in him. So we see that Boyle has the talent on his team to get. And now you're adding a heck of a coach.
Yeah.
To help him along. So I'm excited to see where it is. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get there every Friday night this year because I'll be going to college.
Yeah.
But I'll be glad that I get to watch him on the broadcast BCSN every Friday night. They're at home.
For sure. Last year I said Will McDaniel was the best running back on this team. He comes back. Cole Lanner is either going to be a outstanding receiver or the replacement to his brother at quarterback.
Yep.
So the offense is going to be there. Tommy Ziesmer is, as gifted an athlete as I've ever seen at that age. He's already got an offer from U of L, a D1 ACC school. So, he's inheriting a talented class that worked hard to get to where they're at because they had to compete against your Reese Smiths and your Reed Lanters last year.
One last thing before I go. Reed Lanter committed to Center College today.
Did he?
Yeah, it's just exciting news, for Reed to be going to college. And, great. They've got a great offensive line there at center. Ben Fox, the QB coach, offensive coordinator. It's exciting to see, all these seniors have a true place on this team, and they did an amazing job this past year, and it's great to see them go on to the post-secondary level and further their academic and football careers.
For sure, and for Reed to stay local is big for, his family because they're a real tight-knit family.
Yep. I don't think that's the end of Reed Lanter here at Boyle County High School, so,
Probably not. He's a legend here as much as the other ones were.
Well, Derek, thank you for joining us here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you.
All right.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
You want to introduce yourselves?
My name is Jet Raleigh.
Okay.
My name is Jason.
All righty, folks. Now, you are Coach Haddix's nephew, correct?
Yes.
And you're his daughter. How are you guys feeling here at Boyle County?
Go Rebels.
Go Rebels. That's right. How excited. I see your T-shirts. What do they say? Riverbank, Hilltop, Titletown. You got a Rebel. You got a shirt on?
Yeah.
So how excited. Do you guys like football?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about football?
Everything.
Everything. You like watching him coach? How good of a coach do you think he is?
Awesome.
Rate him 1 out of 10.
10.
10 out of 10. I love 10 out of 10s. I am so excited to have Coach Haddix here with us. Now, do you guys want to give them a chance to be on air?
Sure.
All right, pass on the headsets.
Oh, Lord.
How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Gentry Raleigh.
All right, now who are you? Are you his sister?
I'm his sister.
So you're the Coach Haddix's niece, correct?
Yeah.
All righty. What's your name? Jenna? Nice to meet you, Jenna. All right, how old are you? And are you Coach Haddix's daughter? Are you excited to be here at the Rebels? Awesome. Now, who is this?
This is Jacelyn.
Jacelyn. Now, are you Coach Haddix's daughter? Is that Coach Haddix's daughter?
No.
Awesome. I'm glad to have you guys here.
Thank
Are you guys excited to watch some football next year?
Yes.
All righty. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining me on air. What's your favorite thing about football?
Watching my Uncle Justin play.
You
and
like
being coach.
You like watching him being coach?
Yeah.
What about you?
I like watching my dad.
You like watching your dad coach? Is that your favorite part about football? All righty. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm glad you were able to. Give me high fives. There we go. Go Rebels, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys. All right, I'm going to let you guys talk. What do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know.
So what's your favorite part about football? Do you like what? Or is he your uncle, Coach Haddix? Is he your uncle?
No.
No? You like the Rebels? So, are you excited to wear some black and gold this year?
Yeah.
So, do you guys make your own T-shirts?
No.
But you get them made for you, right?
Yeah.
Is that your favorite part about the tradition that you guys, when you go watch football?
No.
That's not your favorite part. Your favorite part's watching Coach Haddix, right?
Yeah.
All right, so how excited are you to be here at Boyle County?
Super excited.
Super excited? Well, we're glad to have you. All righty, do you have a message for Coach Haddix?
Yeah.
All right, let him have it.
Go Rebels!
Go Rebels. Thank you, guys. Alrighty, folks, I'm here with Larry Vaught, the king of Titletown when it comes to...
I like that. I like that.
I knew you would.
I was the first one to write Titletown and mention it all those years, probably before you were born.
Wow, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
All right, so we just saw the introduction of Coach Justin Haddix. He's coming from Corbin. We've played Corbin before. What do you think Coach Haddix is bringing to the Boyle County Rebels?
Well, I think he's just bringing a winning mentality. He knows about winning. He knows about how to keep a program sustained and going. He understands about what it's like to be in the spotlight and expected to win every game. You know, where 13-2 is not considered great because you want to be 15-0. So I think he understands totally what he's getting into. And I think he has great admiration for Chuck Smith. I think not being afraid to follow Chuck says a lot about him because I don't know that I'd ever want to do something like that. And it's a tough thing to do, but he's kind of embraced it.
He looked at it as a challenge is what he said.
And that's the right way to do it.
I mean, we've seen him in 2017, the state championship. He talked about him just going to the school at, he left his house at 5:45 just to see his team, warm up and practice in the mornings. I mean, that shows you how committed he is to being this coach and getting this team 15-0. Is he wants to win as a Rebel. I mean,
he sure does. But the most impressive thing about him.
What's that?
How many coaches do you know that might be married to an emergency room doctor? I mean, he set himself up for life right there. So if he goes 4-11, he's still okay because he's got a doctor that he's married. I don't think I've ever known a high school coach that's been married to a doctor.
I didn't either. And then, when you can tell your wife's a doctor, that's pretty impressive anyway.
Yeah,
you know
yes,
what I mean?
It is. Yes, it is. And I actually watched Justin play in high school. I watched him play at Breathitt County.
Wow.
Played for Mike Holcomb.
So he's been playing for a while. I mean, You see this in everybody that's on the coaching staff football has been a part of their lives forever, and you see that in this Boyle County community. Football, Danville, Boyle, I mean, it's just football is a part of life here.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and Justin fits in very well with that because his whole family, as you can see, I don't think I've ever been at a high school introduction for a coach where there's 25 of his family members there either, like there were tonight.
And that's important here. I mean, this is a family affair more rather. I mean, Boyle County is a family school, and we're ready to have him here. I think we're getting ready to have Coach Haddix.
So you're going to bump me off to get Justin? Is that what you're saying?
That's not
He's
what
already walked off on you now. But,
I mean,
but think about this, though, too. Think if you're on the search committee trying to hire him, and you're going out to hire a coach, and no matter who you hire, it's not going to be as good as what you had. And then, I mean, that's a tough thing to go out and try to find. And instead, you end up finding a guy like Justin Haddix. I mean, those guys did a terrific job, and I think you're going to really like Justin. Now, he's not going to be near as nice to you as I am. I mean, when you ask him something that's not real good,
you're going to be staying on air with us. That's the fun thing.
Oh, I am? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You can't leave now. You can't just ditch us.
Justin, I told him the most impressive thing to me about you is the fact that you were smart enough to marry a doctor. Because if you go 4'11", you're not going to have to worry about the house payments or anything. They're still okay.
I definitely outkicked my coverage when I said that.
By farther than Andy Smith could ever kick it.
Well, good evening, Coach Haddix. My name is Daniel. I work with the Boyle County Sports Network. I just want you to let everybody know who you are, and just in case they don't know about you, that's what we're here. We want to introduce you a little bit.
Justin Haddix. I grew up in Jackson, Kentucky. Played at Breathitt County High School there for Mike Holcomb. Went to school at Western Kentucky and started all 4 years there. Went back as an assistant at Breathitt for 2 years. 4 years at Perry County Central as a head coach, and then last 6 years at Corbin.
Well, that is wonderful. We've been talking about this. Every person that I've interviewed tonight talks about how much Boyle County is it's a football family. We've seen, like Larry mentioned, 25 of your family members here. It's just terrific, just to embrace this community, that we're getting such a good coach here at Boyle County, how does it feel to be bringing your family to Boyle County?
Oh, it's awesome, and I said that's something that we talked about as we go on. My wife obviously said she liked the black. It was a slimming color, and those things. It goes black and gold. And her favorite color, I would always get on her when she paint her nails black. And I'm like, oh, why are you painting them black? And she said,
now we know.
Now you can't say nothing. So it's been good with that, and she's always pushed me to, I said when you're in a comfort zone and kind of where you're at, and she pushed me to always to do better and push out and really. To be uncomfortable, moving and doing different things, and that's what's exciting about it, and we're ready to go.
Yeah. How familiar you are with the county itself?
Not really. I've not really been up in this area a whole lot. I've come in and watched a few games, but I don't really know a whole lot.
Luckily, you have a whole team full of players that's going to be able to show you around, take you some restaurants. I mean, just get Larry. I mean,
I ate at Cattleman's one time when we came up here to watch. I did eat at Cattleman's.
We got some other local places you're going to have to try to.
Right.
But you need to know about eating. You could call me or Daniel. we can help you out.
I don't turn any down.
Yeah, we can help you there.
You never trust a skinny cook. I mean,
that's exactly right.
Anytime you need somewhere, just let us know. Of course, moving from one school to another, a successful school to another successful school is hard. What really pushed you to make the decision to come to Boyle?
We were sitting there and we were talking and we were going back and forth, and it was a hard decision as far as doing that. And my wife said Titletown. She said, Justin, it's called Titletown. This is where we got to go. This is what it is. And then just seeing the people and talking to people, it just put it over the top.
We had some questions sent in from people today. Jack Little, who is normally doing what I'm normally not on this part. I'm normally behind the scenes running the soundboard. But he had a question. He said, what is a priority for you coming to Boyle County?
Just getting to know the kids and getting there and starting developing relationships and seeing them work. And you can push a person a lot farther if they know you care about them, you love them, and you do those things. So really developing relationships and pushing them from there.
Let me tell you one thing. When you were on radio with me the other day, the thing of all the different things you said that impressed me the most, I know this will you too, when I was asking him about coming here, he said to me, he didn't look at this as a 3-year job, but as a 20-year job.
Hey,
that's very, very impressive. What I'd want to hear if I was a Boyle County administrator or a fan.
And all Boyle Countyans love that. I mean, when you come here and you're here for the long term, that's what we like, because we like people that are committed to making this program successful. And, we like people that invest themselves in the program. And
That's something I said, everybody, well, you got a lot of guys coming back off last year's team. And that's where if you're just looking at it, well, it's not a 3-year decision. This is something we're looking long term. It's a 20-year decision is what we're going to go. And, hopefully we're able to retire here and stay here and love here. It's a beautiful town and a beautiful thing, and we're excited about it.
He had another question for you: player development or winning the state title?
I think you got to have both.
That's what I mean. I read the question.
What is wrong with Jack?
I don't know.
You can't do one without the other.
And you want them both. I mean, that's what makes a successful team. I mean, player development, of course, is top. You've got a lot of good players coming in from this past year. You've got a lot of successful juniors. Will McDaniel, Cole Lanner. I mean, you've got a Jackson Smith, one of the best kickers in the country for his age. What are your plans, of course, coming from Corbin? What are you bringing from Corbin that you have learned over your coaching tenure to Boyle County?
Just offensively is a big thing. I'm the offensive coordinator, and I call our plays, be the head coach and offensive coordinator. Defensively, just being around and watching them and going against them. They had a very good scheme defensively, and I know Coach Hester helped Coach Smith with that a lot. And, so I feel like that'll probably be a little similar. Special teams will make some changes and things there, but, it's not a complete overhaul. Obviously, they've done a lot of great things here, really good. And I just want to take it and put my spin on it and make it better.
Justin, how different is that? Because your other 2 head coaching jobs, you had to come in and change some things from concepts to culture to everything about it. Whereas you say here, you don't want to rock the boat. I mean, you're going to put your stamp on it somehow, but yet there's not a whole lot that has to be fixed.
Exactly, and that's what made it attractive. When you look at something and they say, well, Coach, what about the coach? I said, I love what they do. I love what they do, and I came up watching in the weight room and do those things, and just the culture of what you're saying, the hard work, and I know the kids are hard working here. They've worked hard for a long time, and that's why they're successful.
What have they won? 41 games over the last 3 years. Is that right?
Close. I know I think that's correct.
Well, you don't step into a job like that very often.
No.
You used to step into a program that's won 10 games
that's
in the past 3 years.
And this leads into our next question that somebody submitted was, it's so successful here because everything starts off young. They've been doing this for years. People wanted to know, how is it going to keep on going? They've been, for about 20 years, they've been doing youth camp, football camps. You have the Parable Bulldogs. It all starts young here. Football starts young. How do you plan to continue getting the youth, the young children involved in football and keep them engaged?
Well, we talked about that in the interview and talked about going out to the schools and having the camps at those schools in the summer and being able there and taking our coaches and going there where they're able to see and helping those coaches. And this is what we do. This is the same terminology. So when they get to us, they're not having to learn everything over again. They know the basic concepts of what we're doing, and then we just make them better.
Once again, football is life here in Boyle County. It's title town.
Yeah.
Your wife couldn't have said it better. Larry
His
takes
wife
credit.
is smart. You do remember that.
Well, Larry took credit for the title town. So
I just happened to be. I was working back then, and when you had 2 teams both winning, it was kind of easy. And then, like I say, when you kind of find something that kind of catches, you just kind of ride it as long as you can.
So how does that excite you, having 2 great football programs here in one county?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be – we played Danville. Corbin's played Danville a lot when we've been there, and Coach Clevenger does a good job. J.R. Dean and Darius Boffman, 2 assistant coaches there. They were at Western when I was there. So I know those guys. I know Clay. Me and Clay coached in an All-Star game. First All-Star game I ever did, Clay was offensive line coach, and I was offensive coordinator. So, we've known each other a little bit, and we were texting back and forth, and he said, you going to be my neighbor? And, kind of talking there. So it'll be competitive. 2 great teams, and I know that game's a big game.
Yeah. Larry, do you have any more questions?
No, just that I can tell his daughter enjoys having a little fun. She's a little spirited there.
She may act like her mommy, I think.
Oh, act like her. Well, it's kind of good to have.
Do you have anything you want to say to the Big Rebel Nation?
Just looking forward to being here, and go Rebels.
All righty, folks. That was Coach Justin Haddix. We're looking forward to working with him. Thank you guys for being here.
Big time here.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Haddix thinks he can just get in the middle of anything now. He's
he
a
can
Boyle
do-
County coach, thinks he can do anything he wants to,
That's
doesn't he?
exactly right.
I remember he's a nice, polite young guy. Look at him.
Reed, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Reed, you committed to Center College today, correct?
Yes, sir.
How did it feel?
It felt good. I mean, it's been on my chest for a while. I didn't know where I wanted to go for the longest, and I've always told people by February or so I was going to figure out where I wanted to go, and Center College has been recruiting me since my sophomore year, so I just felt like it was right to go there.
Now, am I correct? The QB coach there is Ben Fox, correct?
Yes, sir.
How does it? How's your relationship with Coach Fox?
It's great. He's been the one that's recruited me this whole time, and he's helped me out with admissions and how to get in and what to do, and he's always been in my corner.
When you complete 70% of your passes, your relationship's usually pretty good with your quarterback coach. They tend to like it, the guys that complete passes.
How does it feel to be staying here in Danville?
It feels good. I got 5 younger siblings, so I'll get to stay around the house, but at the same time, I'll be able to stay away from them if I want to, but I'll be able to go to games on Friday nights and be able to come back to the school.
That's the thing I'm envious most about. I mean, I'm going to Moorhead. That's a long ways away on a Friday night. But luckily you have things like this that can be able to watch it now. So
I was going to say, perfect. Look, give yourself a little shout there, or you can stay. You don't have to be in Danville to watch the games now because of you.
Yeah, you can watch it on BCSN. Yeah. But, Reed, it's really good to see somebody like you have such a successful career as football in high school, and now to see you go on and do it at a collegiate level. I mean, I'm pretty excited for you. Everybody in the Big Rebel Nation's excited for you. Larry, I don't know about him very much.
Yeah, well, and let me tell you, I hope anybody that thinks, wow, after the season he has, he's only going to go play Division III football, and I'm sure you're going to probably hear that. And all I would say is some people, when you say that, maybe you ought to go out and watch a Division III football game and see how good they are, because the skilled players at Division III are amazing. The linemen aren't as big as they are in Division I. When you go look at skilled players, it's amazing. Go down to Center some Saturday afternoon and watch it. That's why I really like to watch Division III, because I think it's more about the skilled. It's a pretty wide open brand of football. I mean, I think you're a perfect fit for the Center College in their offense.
I mean, it's the best players from every high school team.
That's exactly right, yeah.
I mean, they're not as fast as Division I players, but I just felt like
they're still pretty fast out there now.
They are.
And you're getting a great education. Center,
that was the selling
point.
Top
25 schools in the nation. So, I mean.
Well, there's an ex-Center player playing in the Hula Bowl this week.
I saw that.
Trying to try out for the NFL. There's been several guys from Center that have had NFL tryouts and have played some professional football. So I'm telling you, the level of play at Center in football and basketball is a lot better than what most people understand. I think it's a big deal. I think that's going to be a school you'll really enjoy and a football program you'll really enjoy, because they throw it a lot.
Yeah, they do. They do.
As far as Coach Haddix goes, what do you have message for him?
I'm excited for him. He was a rival back in the day when I was playing sophomore, junior year. But
that's a nice word.
But I'm excited. It brings a new aspect to the team. Got a younger coach, got a younger vibe going on. But I mean, it's going to be hard to do what Coach Smith did. But I think if there's anybody can do it, it's him.
Larry pointed this out. He embraces the challenge. Following somebody as good as Coach Smith is hard to do. I mean, but he's embracing the challenge and looks like he's ready for whatever comes at him.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Smith's one of the best of the best, but there's no doubt in my mind that he could end up where Coach Smith is by the end of it.
It's got to make you feel kind of nice, though, to know that you and Chuck Smith kind of went out together. I mean, it's kind of be nice. Look, 20 years back, I was on Chuck's last team at Boyle County.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be special. I got a lot of respect for Coach Smith, and I'm just happy that I got to experience him.
All right, so what do you feeling about the team this coming year?
I think we're going to be better than a lot of people think. I know that they say that we've lost a lot of seniors this year, but, I mean, they got –
no, well, that's a fact. You have lost a lot.
We have.
They don't just say it. That's true,
but, I mean, we got 4 of the top 6 offensive linemen are back.
Yeah.
We're missing a quarterback, but we got people that can play it. There's a bunch of receivers going to be playing, like Cash, my little brother Coleman Clark, Luke Shepperson. We got running backs.
And they're all great. I mean, people don't understand there is still talent in this team that just hasn't had a chance to prove themselves yet, and you'll see that a lot this upcoming season.
I think they'll be just fine.
And I don't think Coach Haddix will change a lot offensively than what Coach Purdue do. I mean, they kind of have a similar philosophy, I think.
Yeah, balance, keep it balanced, run the ball, throw the ball. But
Reed, I want to say congratulations once again. It's just a amazing opportunity, and I'm so glad it happened to such a good person, a good friend of mine. Larry, do you have any more questions?
Well, just when you come home Friday night to watch Boyle play, you can just go over then on Saturday and watch Reed play.
Center play.
It'll be a perfect doubleheader for you.
That's perfect for me. Now I'll have a plan Friday and Saturday nights.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Reed, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm pumped. I know he's going to do some fantastic stuff, and he's going to get these kids pumped to play some football.
I'm hoping for a successful year like we saw this past year. I know Coach Haddix, we've seen him, we've met him in state championships before. I know he can lead this, this Rebel offense. He's offensive, he pushes offense clearly. He talked about how he's going to, invest in the youth, go with the football for the camps at different schools. What do you have a message to him and his family to sign us off here tonight?
I say do your thing, really just get involved, get plugged in, and push kids. With his offensive talent, with Coach Hester's defensive coordination, with the assistant coaches we have, we're loaded.
Yeah.
And we got some talent. That pool is not dry by far, all the way down to what I've seen in the 6th grade.
Yep.
And so we've got some talent, and I know they're going to do fantastic things. You know what else? He looks fantastic in that black.
His wife said she used to paint her fingernails black, and it just feels good, His family, everybody that showed up, his family that showed up, it just feels good to welcome everybody to Boyle County, and it just feels like everybody's already family.
Absolutely. You see smiles on the face. They're running around playing.
Yeah.
The kids are.
We had them on air here earlier. They had a really good time. They like the phrase "Go Rebels." So they've got that.
I do too.
It's just really good to see such a good coach come here. I believe that's all for BCSN. Anything final words you want to say?
Hey, go Rebels.
That's what I'm talking about. That's been BCSN. Thank you, guys.